Hey guys, and welcome to my actual first narrated gameplay of Fallout 4. I've now put, I'd say, 70 or so hours into this game, and I think the best thing about this game, a lot of people can agree, is the fact you can now build your settlements and customise them, and that gives everyone's own playthrough of Fallout 4 a very unique aspect. So I think this is the starting settlement of Sanctuary, which I think a lot of people do build in, and originally, as you can see, I started to. But I think it's just, I guess it's too not open to how you want to make it. So Sanctuary, I soon abandoned it, and my first proper settlement was actually at the Starlight Driving, which is my favourite settlement so far, and I'll take you there now so you can have a look at it. So this is the Starlight Driving, and as you can see, it's a much more open space with, I guess, more room for buildings. That building there, that's entirely constructed by myself. All these are water generators and power generators, which I built myself. This building was already here. It's one of the ones that, one of the only ones that was already here when you arrive. I built some scavenger stations there. You got a few shops here for selling all your goods, and you got dog meat sitting there in his armor, scratching himself. Another clinic here because apparently they increase happiness, so it's a good idea to build lots of those. I've got my little crafting station here with all my workshop materials in, which is a lot. Like, I've collected a lot of junk throughout my 70 or so hours, and it's going to take far too long to scroll across that, so I'm going to ignore it. Here's my power armor station with all the power armor I've collected so far. You've got the Brotherhood of Steel one there, I've got another Brotherhood of Steel one there, I've got a Raider one here, and the one I'm wearing right now, which I will actually take off, is, I guess, a mix of everything. It's got a lot of unique pieces which I've collected, like the Pew's new clinic, the Tessa's fists. I mean, it's just the XO1 and the T60 power armor. So it's a good mix of different ones. It's got jetpacks, it's got a cool shark thing on the front, a lot of things I like. I've tried to put lights and stuff on my main building here, but otherwise this is my base of operations. I've got my bobblehead collection here, missing all but one. I've got my radio. This has all my, I think this is for my unique weapons which I've collected, and you can see all of those sitting there, and I've got some armor there as well, not too much though, not as impressive as my weapon collection. Got a TV here in the corner. I've got some cooking stuff here. This is my cooler with all my drinks in which I've collected. This has all my food in which I've collected yet again for various buffs and stuff, and then this footlocker on top just has some drugs and stuff. So then upstairs, this is, I guess, my barracks where I have all the beds. Here, this was a cabinet with unique artifacts on it, but then suddenly they all disappeared, and I'm not really sure where they went, but I lost quite a few of them, which I'm disappointed about. I've got a jukebox here, I've got a crate with all my recordings in, which are all the things you can listen to in the game, and I've got the games I've collected, which you can play on Meet Your Pip-Boy in there, and then in this corner I just have all the written articles. So this is where I'm storing all my shit, and all my weapons and stuff. There's a windmill on the roof, because why the hell not? And that's where I'm generating all my resources. If I go into the options, if I go into the settlement creation menu, you can see I've got 36 food, 56 water, 60 power, 73 defense, and 30 beds. But there's only 20 people here, and the happiness isn't great. It seems to be fluctuating a fair amount. But other than that, the Starlight Driving, I like it because it's open, there's a lot of space to build. So I've got my base here, as I mentioned, another clinic and a clothing store. This is just a little house which I made. I'm not really sure why. I think it's because my settlers were complaining of not having enough beds, so I made them a terribly small house with 3 more beds in, and I tried to decorate it a little bit, but it still doesn't look too great. In my corner, you can see I have my farm here with my settlers farming it. There's a lot of stuff here, despite what that settler says. There is a lot there, and in the giant, I guess, movie screen, I just have a lot of beds. I don't know why there's a footlocker there, but a lot of beds here, because again I needed more beds and they keep complaining about lack of beds. Back here I have a nice little staff only area with another jukebox in and just one bed, and I think I was going to make this my base, like my room, but then why is that light not on? I have no idea why that wasn't on. I wanted to make this my room, but it was too small, so I decided to live in the house with the rest of them. Then round here, I think it's just a windmill and another power generator, and then that leads to the top of the billboard. Here is an empty room with a light and a fan in, and yeah, other than that, the Starlight Driving, it's a really good area for building. If you want to make your own little personalised base or fortress or settlement, I do recommend the Starlight Driving, and it is my main one right now. That being said, there is a windmill. I think the only other ones I have actually are the castle. The castle is like, it's when you get through a quest line. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, the castle's there, but I haven't built too much there. I'm not bothering to defend it or anything like that. There's Warwick Homestead down there, and I mean like Warwick represent, University of Warwick and everything. But other than that, my only other settlement that I guess I like is the Kingsport Lighthouse, or the Mercer Safe House, which I will take you to now. So this is one of the newer settlements I obtained, and I actually really like it. It comes with a nice house and a lighthouse, and it feels a lot more homely than the other settlements do. It came with like a computer monitor, a television and everything, this nice cleanish looking kitchen area, and I think I am going to, I guess, make this my personal home. I've put a few of my magazines in the rack here. I've got a few beds up here because the settlers needed beds. I've got a nice sofa with a television, and I'm going to put, I guess, storage here, and this will be the one I start coming to as, I guess, my character's house. The lighthouse, I haven't done anything with it yet. It's got the workshop in it and a weapons workbench, but I don't come here enough to really justify use of that. I built this platform and tried to get it to look natural, but it was pretty difficult, and then on top of it is the result of the failed experiment, which I won't spoil it for you guys if you haven't played the game yourself, but you build that as part of one of the quest lines, and things didn't go too well with mine anyway. Then I tried to support it with some wooden foundation here, which I built. The farm is underneath it, not getting much sunlight. The dock's out here where I've built my water purifiers, my energy, another little farm down there, and just the trader. This is where all my people are staying in their very cheap mattresses, because I'm a cheap person. Don't know what, oh, that's a little crow, vulture, raven, seagull, God knows at this point, after the radiation. But yeah, this lighthouse, I really like it. It's by the seafront. It offers a fair amount of space for building, and it feels a lot more personal than the other buildings do. So this is one of my favourite in terms of its design. But yeah, I think the settlement feature in Fallout 4 is great. It could be developed more, and I think it would have been nice if it was developed more. But I'd be curious to see what kind of worlds you guys have, and how you've developed yours, how different they vary from mine. Because I think like it allows for a lot of personalisation, which is great. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, an actual commentated video of Fallout 4 as opposed to just for short highlights. And I think the game's been great. I do, oh shit, okay. I've been playing through it on survival, but even then it's been a bit easy, if I'm perfectly honest, which I'd say is my main complaint with it, for difficulty. But yeah, it's been a step up over Fallout 3 in New Vegas easily, which not many people seem to agree with. So leave a rating if you enjoyed the video, let me know your experiences with Fallout 4, what kind you've had with it, whether or not it's positive or negative. I'd be happy to hear both. And until then, this is me, Evans with Z111, and this is me out. Peace.
Beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut